Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Vintage Hen and Chick. I'm Shelly, the owner and creator here, and today I have something super special for you. I'm teaming up with the creators from Sonnets Creative Network membership group for our third chair vignette collaboration. And this one is called Red, White, and Beautiful, celebrating Americana and the 250th birthday of our country. Each of us picked a chair and we're upcycling pieces to build a full vignette around it. So here's the chair I'm working with, this old chippy white chair I already had, and I decided to add a little vintage stepladder to my vignette too. So here's the before and after. It started out pink and I gave it a Sweet Pickins creamy milk paint makeover to bring it into the same world as the chair. I've got 4 projects to show you today, so stick around to the end so you can see all the completed projects and the full vignette all styled together. Trust me, you're going to want to see how this comes together. Now let's get started. Project number 1 are these 3 spindles, and I'm going to turn these into firecrackers. I'm going to start out by giving all 3 of the spindles a coat of Sweet Pickins Extra Bond. I'm going to be using milk paint on these spindles, and so I'm going to start out with the coat of the Extra Bond because I want to make sure that they get nice and crackly and crazing. And the wood on these spindles is really shiny, so if I would have just put the milk paint right over this shiny wood, it all would have peeled right off. So I'm going to give all 3 of these one good coat of the Extra Bond and then let that dry. To paint my spindle firecrackers, I'm going to be using Sweet Pickins Scarlet, Sweet Pickins Creamy, and Sweet Pickins Navy Blues milk paint. And I just mixed up a small batch for each of these. I did 1-to-1 ratio of milk paint to warm water. So I'm just going to give each of the spindles 2 coats of the milk paint and then let that completely dry. Now that my spindles are dry, I'm going to take some 220 grit sandpaper and get them distressed and sanded. I want to make sure that any of that milk paint that's going to chip off will come off. And I also want to highlight all the details on the spindles by distressing everything. To seal my spindles in, I'm going to be using the Sweet Pickins Dark Beeswax. It's going to give a nice, grungy, vintage, and antique look to the spindles, and it's also really going to highlight the crackling and the crazing that the milk paint created. So I'm just taking a wax brush, I'm applying my dark beeswax over the spindles, and then I'll take a paper towel and buff back that excess wax until I get the look that I'm going for. Now make sure you stick around until the end of the video so you can see how I pull my whole vignette together and display my vintage firecrackers in my red, white, and beautiful chair vignette. Project number 2 is this rolling pin. Now in all 3 of the chair vignette collaborations, I have had a rolling pin project in each vignette, and this one is no different. So I'm starting out by giving the ends of the rolling pin and the handles a good coat of Sweet Pickins Extra Bond. I'm going to be painting milk paint on these handles, and so I want to make sure that I get a nice crazing and crackling look to my milk paint. So for the handles of my rolling pins, I'm going to be using that Sweet Pickins Navy Blues milk paint again. And this color is very saturated, so I only need 1 coat. I'm going to put 1 coat on each of the handles and both ends of the rolling pin. So for the barrel of the rolling pin, I'm going to do 1 coat of Dixie Belle Silk paint in the color Saltwater. I'm going to be decoupaging some rice paper on the barrel, and so I want to start out with a white base for my rice paper. Anytime you do a decoupage project, if you want your rice paper or your decoupage paper to pop, start with a white or a light colored base under that rice paper or decoupage paper. So I'm just going to do 1 coat on the barrel and then let that dry. The rice paper I chose for my rolling pin is this beautiful piece of rice paper by Dixie Belle called America 250. And I'm also going to be using my Dixie Belle Clear Coat Satin as my decoupage medium. I have already pre-measured and pre-cut my piece of rice paper, and I also misted it with my mister bottle because misting it is going to stretch that paper a little bit and make it apply a little bit easier. So I started out by applying a section of my clear coat to my rolling pin. I'm laying my rice paper down and smoothing it out with my fingers, and then I'm going over the top of it with my brush and some more of that clear coat to smooth everything out. And so I'm just going to work around my rolling pin in sections, applying some of that clear coat, laying my rice paper down, smoothing it out with my fingers, Once I get the entire rolling pin covered with my rice paper, then I will take my clear coat and my brush and go over the entire rolling pin, sealing that rice paper in and making sure that I have no wrinkles or bubbles in my rice paper. So after my rice paper has completely dried, I'm just taking some 220 grit sandpaper and sanding and distressing the handles and the ends of my rolling pin. To seal my rolling pin in the barrel and the handles, I'm going to be using the Sweet Pickins dark beeswax again, going over everything, applying a layer of the dark beeswax, and then taking my paper towel and buffing back that excess beeswax. And what the beeswax is doing is it's giving the rolling pin a nice vintage antique look. Don't forget, stick around until the end to see the entire red, white, and beautiful vignette all pulled together. Project number 3 is this metal star. And like the other projects, I'm going to start out by giving it 1 coat of Sweet Pickins Extra Bond because I am going to be painting the star in some milk paint as well. So I'm going to do 1 coat of the Extra Bond and let that dry. And the Extra Bond is going to create a nice crackling and crazing look underneath my milk paint. So again, I'm going to be using the Sweet Pickins Navy Blues milk paint for my star, and only 1 coat is all I'm going to need for great coverage. I'm going to take my 220 grit sandpaper and sand and distress the star, making sure that my milk paint is nice and buttery smooth and distressing those edges and the details on that star. I'm going to be adding some transfers from the IOD Madeline transfer set to my star. I have cut out the transfers that I'm going to use, and now I'm just laying the transfer piece down on my star. I'm going to use my fingernails to kind of score in those creases on the star, which is going to mark out where I need to cut my transfer piece. And then I'm going to take my transfer vellum, peel it off the back of the transfer, and then lay my transfer on that star. I'm going to use my transfer tool to rub over the transfer. I'm starting on one side of the transfer and then working my way to the other side. And then I'm going to start peeling back that transfer while I'm continuing to rub with my transfer tool. Once I get that transfer applied to the star, then I will take that transfer vellum and burnish it over the transfer to make sure that that transfer is nice and adhered to my star and that I have no bubbles or wrinkles in my transfer. So I'm going to continue to do this same process over all the peaks on this entire star, and then we'll move on to the next step. seal my milk paint and my transfer in, again, I'm using my Sweet Pickins dark beeswax, and I'm just applying it with a paper towel over the entire star, and then I will take a clean paper towel and go back and rub off all that excess beeswax until I get the look that I'm going for. Project number 4 is a super simple and quick project. I am taking one of my designs called Wild and Free, and I'm simply putting it inside of this frame. I love the way this frame looked already. I didn't have to do any painting or anything to the frame. So I'm just going to remove the back of the frame, place my print inside. I did print this out on some cardstock, and then I will replace the back of the frame back on there, and then this project is complete. Okay, you guys, this is the moment we've been building to. Look at this. This little chippy white chair started it all, and now look at it. Surrounded by this gorgeous stepladder, painted up in that creamy Sweet Pickins white, with every single project I made along the way styled in together. The colors, the textures, the layers, it just feels like Americana in the prettiest, most vintage way possible. I am so in love with how this turned out, and I cannot wait for you to see what the other creators in this collab came up with too. Their videos are linked in a playlist down in the description box, and every one is going to be stunning. This was such a fun one to put together, and I hope it gives you some inspiration for your own 4th of July decorating this year. Thank you so much for watching today's video. That printable you saw me use is from the Paper Nest Collective. Links in the description if you want to grab it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button and leave me a comment. I read every single one of them. I'll be back again next week with another fun video, so I'll see you then.